Hey everyone, it's Audrey Marcel back with another Let's Talk About It video. Today we will be discussing something a little different. If you guys did not know, Tammy and Waka Flocka have a show on WeTV. It's called Meet the Flockas, where it's basically their own reality show. Tammy has a daughter who is 15. Her name is Charlie from a previous relationship. But, of course, Waka's been in Charlie's life since I believe she was like 3 or 4. So basically her whole life. So he's considered an active parent for her, like a bonus parent, which I think is amazing. But recently, on the newest episode of Meet the Flockas, we see that we are getting ready for Charlie's 15th birthday. She's having a quinceañera, where, of course, with the Hispanic culture at 15, it's similar to a sweet 16, if that makes sense. And there they have a traditional dance where they dance with their partner to introduce the becoming of a woman of her becoming 15. And in her scene, they talk about Charlie having a girl date. And I really wanted to talk about this because I feel like this is important. I was reading the comments on social media and I was seeing what everyone had to say. And I'm like, you know what? As a parent, this is a really, really big topic these days, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get started. So, as I was saying, on this week's episode, they are practicing for Charlie's 15th birthday quinceañera dance. And Tammy is discussing how she is going to have a girl date. And then it goes into Charlie saying that the girl date happens to be her first love and actually her girlfriend. And, she was all giddy, just like any other little high school girl would be when they're talking about someone that they really, really love. And so she was just saying that that's her first love and that, it's a girl. And then the scene cuts back over to Tammy, and Tammy saying how basically she's always taught Charlie to live in her truth. And she felt like she would be wrong if she told Charlie that she could not have who she wanted to be her dance partner for her birthday. So she really felt like it was important to allow Charlie to live in her truth and basically come out on her birthday with her date. Now, I'm saying come out loosely. I know that that's a very big term in the LGBTQ community. I'm saying come out as far as her coming out at her birthday party. But I know that that's another term that they use as far as like introducing their sexuality or, whatever the case may be to their loved ones. I'm not sure if that's what she did there. However, she did publicly come out on TV, which I feel like being 15 and I feel like being celebrities is very, very courageous and very, very hard. As a parent, my kids are little, so I'm not there yet. I don't know what I would do in this situation. However, as a mom, I will be like Tammy, in all honesty. I want my children to be happy and I want them to be accepted. This world is a dog eat dog world. They're mean to, people are mean to you. People are will treat you any kind of way, no matter who you are, what you love, or anything. So in my household, I stand by I'm gonna accept you for who you are, there is no other way to be. And when I was reading the comments, people were saying, "Oh, she's so young. Why would they be doing this on TV? This is just becoming too much." And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, when I was 15, I definitely knew what I liked. I knew that I liked boys. I was talking on the phone to boys. I was walking the little high school hallways with boys. So I'm trying to understand some people's way of thinking with this. What do you mean she's too young? Is she too young for what exactly? Because if we accept her dating the opposite sex, would she be considered too young for that? If this was just a regular scene where she was dancing with a boy, would you guys have that same sentiments? Like what does the youngness come from in this scenario? Now I know that we can break that down in different ways, but for this particular situation where she is getting ready for her quinceañera and she's talking about her date,
Where does that correlate to too young? Because, like we said, traditionally she was going to be dancing with someone. She just decided to take matters into her own hands and dance with the person that she loves. This is not to challenge anyone's way of thinking or to down anyone's way of thinking. I just really want to see your comments below. I want to see what you guys, how you guys feel, especially if you guys are parents, if you face this situation, how did you go into it? I know that religion has a big part in a lot of people's households. So that is another tackle into the LGBTQ community. A lot of them feel shunned because they did grow up in a very religious household, and their parents don't accept that lifestyle for various reasons. Like just previously said, in my house, I'm going to accept my children for whatever they decide to be and whoever they decide to love. And I do feel like it circles back over to we need to really, as parents, normalize speaking to our children and having those conversations about what they like, who they like. I know that when was growing up, I was not really told about, dating. I was not really, like, that wasn't a conversation that I ever really had with my parent. He never brought it up like that. It wasn't until I was already, adult. I was already 18 and, about to graduate from high school when he really decided to be like, "Oh, boys is gonna like you." Real innocent. And it's like, um, when I was growing up, although I was not young and fast, like I didn't do what a lot of other teenagers were doing at my age, I had a lot of questions. And instead of feeling comfortable and asking my dad those questions or someone of authority, I was asking my friends. And I feel like that is another thing that goes into what we're facing this day and age. Like, because we are not talking to our children, because we are not making it a safe space, they are branching out and they are talking to people that they are comfortable with. But these people happen to also be unexperienced, not mature. They are not ready for this responsibility. And whether you are dating a boy, girl, whatever, whoever you're dating, that talk still needs to happen. You still need to practice safety. You still need to practice, making sure that those dating scenarios don't go too far beyond your comfort. All those things have to go into a conversation, and we really need to normalize that in our households as parents. We should talk to our kids about this stuff so they don't go out and talk to whoever and it leads them down the wrong path. I'm not saying this for Tammy and Charlie, of course, but I feel like this is another big part of what we are facing in our households. Sexuality is one part, but I mean, we cannot shun our kids because they choose to love who they love. However, we should be able to give them the tools and the proper resources to be able to navigate through life. And in order to navigate through life, we already know that they're going to have significant others, whether it be a girl or a boy. We know that. So I just feel like as parents, we need to gear up. We need to do those things, especially because we are in the day and age of technology and social media. I I hope that Tammy did prepare Charlie for this episode and let her know that, hey, with this episode airing, some people on social media will have a lot to say. Some will be, of course, positive and some will be negative. However, how do you feel about this? I hope that she geared her up for that, because reading some of the comments, it even took me back. And I was just like, okay, just because we're not there and just because we don't live that same lifestyle, why shall we shun someone for who they choose to love, especially if they are in a great environment? It looks like Charlie's happy. Like I said, she was giddy. She was excited for her birthday. Tammy and Tammy's mom was right there watching the dance. They looked proud. They looked happy. And that really did warm my heart. And I felt like this was a very good think piece, a very good topic to talk about. So I really want to know your comments below. Have you been in this situation before? Are you of the LGBTQ community? How did your parents treat you? let's talk about it. Let's make this a safe space for people to talk about their experiences, because again, through experiences is how we learn. And I just think that that scene was so beautiful. I can't get over it. Like I said, I personally am not of that community. However, I look up to Tammy and I said, if I was in her shoes, I would do that. So, like I said, comment below your thoughts and your opinions. Please be mindful and be respectful of everyone's life choices. But I want to make this a safe space. Like I said, let me know below how you guys feel about it. If you guys have not seen the clip, you can watch it over on WeTV, or you can watch it on site on Instagram. They have a clip on there showing the same information that I just talked about. But again, I hope you guys have a good day and thank you so much for watching this video.